Hi guys, Dave Morelli here. I got up with every intention of doing a shooting video this morning, and but it was raining. So that got me to thinking what you guys do to protect your lock when it's raining or wet weather. And I know you can buy them calves knees. You know, you kind of strap it over and tie it at the bottom. I've kind of developed this type of thing. It's made out of a piece of rawhide, and you don't have to tie it on, it just kind of snaps on. Now this particular one was actually made for a Beck rifle, so it doesn't quite fit this rifle, and it's getting old and it's cracking, and so I need to make another one. The nice thing about using rawhide is after it sets and shapes itself to the lock, you could tie this onto your trigger guard, and then when you want to take it off, you don't have to untie everything. You just pop it off and let it fall. So I'm going to make another one for this rifle, and I thought you might want to join me. So this is a piece of hide off in a deer I shot a while back. First thing you got to do is cut you a piece of hide off that's going to be the right size. This isn't an exact science or anything. You cut it, I just cut it too big because after it's done you can always trim it. So we're going to just cut off a good chunk of this here hide. I like to pick the spot that's just a little bit thin, because it'll be easier to form. Okay. One thing about this hide, you know, this one's a couple of years old, and it's still good. Once it's dried like this, they last for almost ever. So that's looking like it's the right size. So now we got to soak this down and make it soft. Okay. Got a bucket of water here. We're just going to toss that in there. It's going to take a while to get soft, absorb up that, but we'll put it in there for now. Make sure it's all underwater. It wants to float. Okay. Something to dry my hand. Okay, air dry. The other things you're going to need is some saran wrap and a piece of thong, leather thong, and we're going to let that soak. I don't know how long that's going to take, but what we want to do is get some saran wrap, and we want to wrap the action, the lock and the plate, the trigger, and saran wrap's just about the right width. We're going to put this hide on here wet, so we kind of want it to be pretty watertight. There we go. Alright, so we're all set. All we got to do now is wait for this hide to soften so we can wrap it around there. And we'll use our thong to tie it down. And we'll set it aside and let it dry and harden. And then we can also use the same thong to make a thong so that you can hang it from your trigger guard if you want to. Okay, so it took about an hour and a half for that hide to soften up. So it got soft in the water, and I stretched it out a little bit, and I spared you the agony of wasting time watching me wrap this. And you can see how you just lay it over there. Make sure you got saran wrap. I got a couple layers of saran wrap underneath there so it doesn't get wet. And then wrap it up. You want it to come down around the frizzen spring and around the hammer, because when it dries, it's going to shrink down and curl around there. When you take it off, it'll actually pop off and you'll be able to snap it on and off once it's dry. So we just got to let that sit now till it's dry. It's been so damp and rainy outside. I got a fire going in the shop and warm it up just a little so it'll dry faster. And it'll probably take a couple days now to dry like that, so I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, so after a couple days, when that dries, when you take it off, it'll pop off. It'll be hard like this. Like I say, it'll snap down and it'll be a perfect fit to your gun. And then I just get a little bear grease or some kind of oil. I'd rather use a grease than an oil because I don't want this to get soft again. I want it to stay hard and like this so it'll pop over, but I just want to put some maybe bear grease or mink oil on there, mink grease, just to waterproof it. And then the thong there, when it's raining, you could just tie this to the trigger guard in the back. Hawken has this nice little loop back here. It's perfect for it, so when you snap it off, you don't lose it. It just falls down. And then you reload and snap it back on. I had my gun with the frizzen down and in half cock, which would be the way you'd carry it probably in the field. And it's kind of like a safety too. The hammer can't go forward and hit the frizzen while that's on there. So it's the way I make them. I like them a little better than the tie on calf knee. It's kind of a pain. It's cold out and you're trying to tie all that stuff up and untie it when you need a shot. This is kind of quicker. Kind of makes it a tactic. So anyway, I didn't want to make this video too long. You get the idea. I'm Dave Morelli. I'll see you next time. Keep shooting and keep burning powder. Bye-bye.